There's a new power couple in Silicon Valley, and it's not a startup and a venture fund. It's Broadcom and OpenAI. In a blockbuster deal announced this month, Broadcom has reportedly secured a multi-billion-dollar contract with OpenAI to design and supply next-generation AI chips, hardware that could reshape the future of computing itself. The news sent shockwaves across Wall Street, pushing Broadcom's stock to record highs and reigniting the question, who will own the infrastructure behind the artificial intelligence revolution? Because make no mistake, this deal isn't just about chips, it's about power. It's about who controls the engines driving the AI economy. Let's break down what this partnership means, why it matters, and how it could change the balance of power in America's tech ecosystem. First, who is Broadcom and why does OpenAI need them? When people think of AI chips, they think of NVIDIA, but Broadcom is quietly one of the most important companies in the global semiconductor supply chain. It designs and manufactures the networking and custom silicon that moves data through cloud systems, the unseen plumbing that makes AI work. OpenAI, meanwhile, has a growing problem. Its models, including ChatGPT and GPT-5, require enormous computing power. Each new model demands exponentially more energy, bandwidth, and specialized chips. NVIDIA's GPUs remain the gold standard, but they're expensive, in short supply, and not perfectly optimized for every use case. That's where Broadcom comes in. Under the new deal, Broadcom will design custom AI chips tailored specifically to OpenAI's workloads, potentially giving OpenAI a performance and cost edge over rivals. Think of it as OpenAI building its own silicon DNA. So why is this such a big deal? Because it signals a shift from a one-size-fits-all chip industry to a customized AI hardware era. For decades, tech giants bought standard processors from Intel or AMD. Now, companies are realizing that AI models are so specialized that they need chips built just for them. Google has its TPUs, Amazon has its Trainium chips. Microsoft is designing its own AI processors. Now, OpenAI, the most powerful AI company in the world, is joining that club, and Broadcom is the enabler. Let's talk about what's actually inside these chips. These new designs will likely combine advanced networking, memory optimization, and high-bandwidth interconnects, the stuff that lets massive AI models communicate efficiently across thousands of GPUs. In plain English, they'll help OpenAI's data centers think faster, at lower cost, and with less energy. That matters because training frontier models like GPT-5 can cost hundreds of millions of dollars and require enormous amounts of electricity. If Broadcom's chips can make that process even 10% more efficient, it could save OpenAI tens of millions and help it scale faster. This is why chip infrastructure has become the new gold rush of the AI era. Everyone, from Amazon to Tesla, is racing to secure compute power because AI progress depends on it. Broadcom's timing couldn't be better. After years of being overshadowed by NVIDIA and Intel, Broadcom has quietly become a semiconductor powerhouse. It builds chips for Apple, designs components for data centers, and dominates the networking market that connects servers together. Now, by aligning with OpenAI, it's staking a claim in the AI infrastructure boom, one of the fastest-growing and most profitable sectors in tech. Wall Street loves it. Investors see this deal as proof that Broadcom isn't just a chip supplier, it's now part of the AI elite. Its shares jumped immediately after reports of the OpenAI contract, a signal that markets understand how big this partnership could become. But here's the deeper story. This deal is about sovereignty and compute power. As AI models get larger and more powerful, computing capacity is becoming the most strategic resource in the world. Countries talk about oil and rare earth metals, but in the digital age, compute is the new energy. OpenAI's partnership with Broadcom ensures that more of that capacity is built domestically within U.S. supply chains, rather than relying entirely on overseas manufacturers. This fits perfectly into Washington's industrial strategy, which aims to bring semiconductor innovation back to American soil. Broadcom, headquartered in California, manufactures much of its most advanced silicon in the US and allied nations, making it a politically safe partner. So this isn't just business, it's geopolitics. Let's put this in context. In 2024, NVIDIA held a near monopoly on AI computing chips with over 80% market share. But as demand exploded, supply bottlenecks formed. Big tech companies couldn't get enough GPUs and prices soared. That shortage is now driving the next phase of AI competition, not over algorithms but over hardware independence. Broadcom's deal with OpenAI shows that the future of AI isn't just about who writes the smartest code, it's about who builds the fastest silicon. In other words, the AI race is becoming a hardware race. What does this mean for the broader market? For one, it puts pressure on NVIDIA. If OpenAI's custom chips succeed, other AI labs may follow suit, building in-house or partnering with companies like Broadcom and AMD. That could slowly erode NVIDIA's dominance, especially if specialized chips prove cheaper and more efficient for certain workloads. Second, it reshapes the semiconductor hierarchy. For years, Broadcom was seen as a networking company. Now it's being recast as an AI infrastructure leader, a supplier not just of connectivity, but of computational intelligence. And third, it deepens the US lead in the global AI hardware race. As China faces export bans on advanced chips, American firms are doubling down on domestic partnerships to secure long-term supply. Broadcom and OpenAI's collaboration is part of that push, a way to lock in technological self-reliance. But there's a catch. Building custom AI chips is risky and expensive. Even giants like Meta and Amazon have faced setbacks when designing their own silicon. Broadcom's success will depend on execution, getting performance right, managing yields, and integrating smoothly with OpenAI's infrastructure. If they pull it off, they could set a new benchmark for what AI hardware looks like. If not, they risk burning billions chasing NVIDIA's tail. Still, the potential upside is enormous. Every major AI company, from Anthropic to xAI, needs more compute. Broadcom could become the arms dealer of that revolution, supplying the custom silicon that powers the next generation of intelligence. And for OpenAI, this deal could mean faster training, cheaper scaling, and tighter control of its destiny. No more relying entirely on external GPUs, no more waiting for chip shipments. In the AI age, owning your compute stack is like owning your future. The takeaway: Broadcom and OpenAI's partnership is more than a chip deal. It's a blueprint for the next phase of technological competition, one defined by hardware sovereignty, strategic collaboration, and the race to build the brains of the digital economy. We used to say data was the new oil. Now compute is the new power, and whoever builds it controls the flow of the future. Broadcom just positioned itself at the center of that grid. And for OpenAI, it's a signal to the world. The era of renting computing power is ending. The era of owning it, custom, fast, and American-made, has just begun.